26 royal families reigning in 43 countries. That's 43 countries. We're asking who died and made you king is an entirely legitimate question. Now, don't get me wrong, at one point, monarchies did serve a genuine historical purpose. Kings and queens were all powerful. They either led their countries into battle on horses or kept the peace by being strategically married off to other royal families. Let us commemorate this treaty by having our children fuck. Can we still invade Italy? I'll just check the family tree. No, I'm afraid not. Our cousins are banging their cousins. And if you want modern proof of this, just look at who was in the room at the recent British royal wedding.
After centuries of continental coupling, many of Europe's royals are related by blood to the British crown.
There's a lot of cousins, and they probably don't even know who's related to who.
The gene pool of European royalty is so small. The only difference between that and an Alabama wedding are the amount of paper plates at the reception and how drunk the violin player's going to be. Now, to be fair, some of the current 26 monarchies still have that old-school flavour. And if you want some modern-day Game of Thrones shit, you have got to head to the Middle East, where some royal families have virtually unchecked power and they act like it. A few years back, a member of the United Arab Emirates royal family was charged with a horrifying crime.
On the videotape that was released by a business associate of Sheikh Issa, you can see Sheikh Issa and others torturing this man. He's been acquitted despite 5 other people who are also charged over this being found guilty.
Yeah, because unfortunately for them, the judge found them guilty not just of that, but the much larger crime of not being a member of the royal family there. And sure, yeah, that's just one rogue family member, but that's the key drawback of inherited power. Having a monarchy means the fate of your country is basically a genetic lottery, because every family has the one fuck-up they talk about behind their backs. And if you're thinking, my family doesn't, then I'm afraid it's you. I'm sorry about that. But sooner or later, every country loses a round of royal roulette. Now, remember the military coup in Thailand at the start of the show? That's happening at least in part because Thailand loves their current king. The problem is, he's near the end of his life, and his son is an idiot.
He's enormously unpopular within the country. The crown prince, he's considered a bit of a buffoon.
That's right. Thailand actually has a buffoonish crown prince. And I understand why the Thai people are upset, because they have a law where you can get 15 years in jail for insulting the monarchy, and yet they have a prince who featured in, and this is true, a video of a birthday party he threw for his dog, a miniature poodle called Fufu, in which his topless wife served the dog birthday cake. And you're telling me they're not supposed to make fun of that? That's entrapment! That's not fair! You ask too much! And I'll be honest, seeing stories like that is enough to make me glad that the Queen of England is mostly decorative now. In fact, the most relevant thing she's done recently was announce that this week she's going to visit the Game of Thrones set.
The Queen of England is heading to Westeros. The British monarch will visit the Belfast set next week during her tour of Northern Ireland. We're all waiting for a shot of her sitting in the Iron Throne.
Oh. You don't need to wait. Here, there she is. There she is right now, embodying the harsh irony that is her existence. Because at that moment next week, she will be a queen with fake power visiting a fake kingdom which arguably has more impact on the lives of her countrymen than she does. And now, this.